On this week's episode of the ADLR Podcast, we take our knives out and attack anyone who isn't blinded by the lights. Alrighty, people. Beeples? I don't know what I'm gonna say anymore. I'm dumb. Where are we here? ADLR episode. I can't. ADLR Podcast, episode 73. Joined by the usual
ADLR
suspects.
73 podcast episode. What? Wait, hold on.
Brian, what the heck did you... All right.
What are you talking about?
We're already starting off great in this episode. So the usual suspects, Randall. Say hi, Randall.
So
Hi, Randall.
All right, Kelsey. WyrdTv's here with us, and
What's up?
Brian is here with us. Yeah, it's his Twitch channel.
I always said WyrdTv for some reason. Think I have dyslexia.
Yeah. This week we actually have fan mail by the one and only Zordon Zed. 4 questions. We can get those out of the way pretty quickly because they're fan mail. You go to www.adlrplays.com and you can scroll all the way to the bottom and submit your fan mail. First question. What is the greatest lengths you've gone to obtain Chick-fil-A? I just waited in line. That's the greatest lengths I've gone to get Chick-fil-A. Has anyone have any crazy stories about Chick-fil-A?
I have one.
That like greatest lengths you've gone to obtain Chick-fil-A?
No.
She keeps speaking. She better get over here.
Yeah,
and
that's
to the
true.
mic.
If you keep speaking, you gotta be on mic.
I'm sorry.
All right, so
Tell me.
Randall.
you want me to give it a mic?
Randall, why would you?
I
do
mean, he
that?
doesn't use it, so might as well.
Randall, literally right behind you. What is
Okay,
there?
one time I went to Chick-fil-A and the lady said the sauce is in the bag, and then when we left, the sauce was not in the bag. That's it.
I got one.
That's
I got
my
one for you
Chick-fil-A
guys.
story.
Okay, go for it.
So, sorry, the puppy keeps making a bunch of noise and make sure he's not turning into shit.
Let him.
So, Adam and I went to Chick-fil-A one night, and we ordered our food. Sat in line for a few minutes. Finally got through the line. Got the food. Start to head home, and get a text from Shannon. Hey, I want some. So we turn around and we go back. And granted, like the Chick-fil-A is only
A
a
few
mile
minutes
up
away.
the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not like it's a huge thing, but Adam's had a long day at work. I just want food. And he's like, I just want to go home, sit down and eat my fucking chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
So we go back, we get food for Shannon. Now it's been like
Probably 20 minutes.
probably closer to 45
Oh,
at this
okay.
point because like we like I said, we sat in line for a little bit because trying to get the food the first time. Went home, almost made it home, had to then turn around, come back, sit in line again, order, whatever. We get home, probably been about 45 minutes at this point. Adam, I always get the spicy chicken, no
Good man.
pickles, plain.
Good man.
Adam always gets the chicken deluxe with lettuce, tomato, and cheese, right?
That's me.
The deluxes and things come in a box, which is interesting, but they always put the special ones in a box. We get home, he sits down, he opens up his box, closes his box, opens his box again, and goes, "You gotta be fucking kidding me." I was like, what happened? They forgot the fucking chicken.
Jesus Christ.
Okay? The only meat product they have in literally everything that they sell. He was like, it would have been fine had they not, if it was literally just chicken. Like they could have not put the bun, the lettuce, tomato, or cheese as long as there was chicken in the goddamn box. Okay, but he literally got a bun with cheese, tomato, and lettuce. So he's like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me!" So we get in the car, we go back to the Chick-fil-A, we walk into the store, and Adam's like, "I need to speak to your manager." And the guy was like, "Okay." So this woman's probably like 4'5", okay? She looks like she's 9,700 years old. She's got that little hunch, you know, from leaning over.
Got it.
Sweetest lady in the world, okay? Adam goes up and goes, "So I just came through the drive-thru. I ordered a number 1 deluxe, and I got everything but the chicken." She's like, "Are you serious?" He's like, "Ma'am, I don't fuck around with my chicken sandwiches. I wouldn't be here if they had remembered the chicken, okay?" And she's like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me." That's what she said. This little like 97 year old woman. She goes, "I'll be right back." She heads into the back. 4 employees rush the counter going, "Ooh, they're gonna fucking get it." And then from the back, all you hear is, "You fucking retards, what is wrong with you? That's the 3rd time this week. How hard is it to remember the goddamn chicken?"
Jesus Christ.
So finally, Adam gets a freshly prepared deluxe number 1
Yeah.
with a refill on his Coke and fries. We go home and he gets to eat. Every week, at least once a week, he either messages me or I message him, "How do they forget the chicken?" And he responds the same way every time. I don't know, dude. I wake up in cold sweats in the middle of the night, scream, "How do you forget the chicken?" You know? Like, because it's the only thing that's on their menu that they serve with everything. The only time they don't serve it, I think, is if you get the friggin' hash browns or like a drink or something. And even that, I'm sure they put chicken in it.
Yeah, like chicken juices or something.
You know? So, if you ever want to get a rile out of Adam, just message him, "How do you forget the chicken?"
Oh my god. All right.
It's hilarious. But yeah, the whole endeavor probably took us an hour and a half, almost 2 hours.
Just to get a freaking chicken sandwich. They should give you like
Yeah.
3 sandwiches for free.
That's why the Chick-fil-A is overrated to me. The wait is so long.
Because they're serving you crack between buns.
No, the lady lied to my face. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care. I don't trust them anymore.
All right.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
I
the
used to
nuggets
think
are
Wendy's
edibles.
was king. And then the service here started getting to be absolute shit. And then I started trying the spicy chicken from Chick-fil-A, and I was like, "There's more meat, better spice, and I get
Better
it out in
pizza.
5 minutes. Why the fuck would I ever go back to Wendy's?"
I don't know. I love Wendy's.
Oh, Civil War 2.
You say Civil War 2?
Wendy's versus Chick-fil-A.
Oh my god. I think whichever. They're both good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Javi says I get chicken nugget. I don't need no bun. He gets
Oh,
one
okay.
nugget. That's my boy. Second question. Will we ever find out if Randall uses CHIKE? What is that? I don't Zordon,
I don't
if
have
you're
a clue
here.
what that is.
I don't know what that is. We'll move on, I guess, and come back to it.
Is that a
I don't want to
character?
Google it in case it's like porn where skunks just spray on your penis or something.
Yeah, like
I'll look it up. do this.
Godspeed.
Glory.
Well, we're on to the next one, and while you look that up. In a battle royale where
I already have it. Like, it's literally an enter button away.
Zordon, you just typed in the same word and then typed in nutrition afterward. That doesn't tell me what the C word is.
That basically is all it is. Is actually our company name, short for Shike
Oh.
Nutrition. Our core product is a high-protein, low-carb meal replacement shake that comes in 5 flavors: chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, banana, and orange.
Okay.
Someone said I go to the 5-star restaurant and get the chicky fingies.
Oh, you 4. Okay, there's 4 of you. dumbass.
Remus, leave that alone.
Oh, I mean, you're here, so you can answer as well, I guess. In a battle royale, well, I guess, Randall, do you use
that
that
alone.
nutrition? It's the first time you hear it. Well, like, what's going on?
First time I heard of it.
First time you heard of it, so you'll find out that's a no. In a battle royale where the winner receives a dozen eggs and some milk, who would win between the four of you? I just end my life, and there'll be three of them.
I mean, are we talking about a battle royale between us fighting, or are we talking about a battle royale in a video game? Like, what?
I guess.
What are
us
the
fighting.
stakes here?
I mean, the stakes is our lives, and we win a dozen eggs and some milk. That's a trash prize from
Right?
Like,
Well,
it
all
just
I'm
beat
saying
me. Who
is-
cares?
Yeah, I'm assuming Randall would quit because he's a vegan. So what is he gonna do with eggs and milk?
Those are facts, right? So Randall literally has no, like, why would
No
he want to
stake
win?
in this at all.
Yeah.
This is like solely for honor, but he's
It'd be
not gonna
for
get
honor.
excited.
So who would win? Not me or Randall. So it'd be between Brian and Kelsey.
What?
You wanna split it? We can do what they did in Hunger Games.
There you go.
Okay. And then lastly, discuss the Tesla truck / Cybertruck. It's trash. We're moving on.
It's so ugly, but I love looking at it.
If it's raining, Bryant wins. Well, Bryant,
Yeah,
Bryant
that's
wins.
also true.
But
So
if it's not raining, it's between Kelsey and Randall. They're equally sized. I feel like they're equally as strong.
okay,
You're dead.
I'm dead. I said I was dead a long time ago.
You said.
And that's all I gotta say about the Tesla truck. It looks like trash. I will never be caught dead driving in it or being like kidnapped in it. Like it's
Anthony,
Nah,
what's gonna
man.
happen is when you're 50 and we know when death day comes,
Yeah.
right after I'm putting you in a Cybertruck.
well, if I'm dead, I haven't dead. I'm dead.
Yeah, but you said you wouldn't be caught dead in it.
Oh, you got
literally
me. You
caught
got me.
As
Yeah.
a corpse in it.
Yeah, you're right. So I guess I wouldn't be caught alive.
Funny for that.
Jordan, that question, I don't even know what any of that is. So no. Johan says Baby Yoda. Can we find out what it's? I don't know why at this
JRE.
point. What is JRE, bro?
Joe Rogan Experience. There you go. Continue.
And then
This is
refutes the.
podcast.
Yeah, I don't watch that podcast. I don't know the Game Changers documentary. I don't know any of that.
I don't
All right, so we're moving on. Thank you for the fan mail, Jordan. As always, you hit us with some random questions. What do we? Brian, you need to catch up from last week. So tell me all the music you heard. No, the Deuce, season 3.
I was gonna say, Bryant needs to talk most of this stream because he
Yeah.
didn't get a word in edgewise last week.
Yeah, that's true.
know. That's
some-
usually it. That's usually I get interrupted. I just don't give a fuck anymore.
You're a liar, Brian. Go ahead. So the Deuce.
So I wrote Anthony. So the Deuce,
What?
season 3. I know the first question you're thinking about is the intro song worth not skipping.
Yep.
So far, season 1, you skip it, you're not alive anymore.
Oh,
The second one is if you don't skip it, you're not alive anymore.
How about the
This
third one then?
You can do what you want. Either way, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
It's better than the third one or season 2, but it didn't warp me, Anthony.
Oh my god.
So, like they did in season 2, there's time in between the previous season and the one you start watching.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a different New York because now there's violence everywhere. You remember how I said I watched the first episode and didn't seem too gang related?
Uh-huh.
Mafia everywhere.
Let's go.
Mafiosios.
That's when you said it, it sounded like a cereal, so I don't know.
Yeah. He gets some milk
Um,
with that, with your eggs that you're gonna win.
there's not really too much I can say without spoilers, but it's not a weak season at all. I enjoyed it. People were complaining about the finale. I thought it was just fine. It's a good way to close the series, in my opinion.
Why were they complaining? Is it like it seemed rushed, or they wanted more, or what's?
I didn't see why because I wanted to avoid spoilers. I just saw complaints.
I thought you saw it and then saw what their complaints were.
No, I saw the complaints before I even started the season because I
Uh-huh.
like to wait when it's over and then I watch it. But yeah, I don't really have complaints. So this is the first show, at least this season, where I almost cried twice.
The first show this season.
The first show, but specifically this season,
Oh, okay.
that I've almost cried at a TV show.
Nice, man.
And it's twice in the season.
That's good.
Acting wise, I mean, James
I mean,
Franco,
yeah.
fucking.
Dead.
Mm, this season's very dark. It's very mafia related, and I don't know how else to explain without spoilers. I if you've already seen the show up until this point, highly recommend closing it out. If you haven't seen the show, it's not like Game of Thrones where you get really invested just to get let down. It's strong throughout.
Cool. Consistently good.
A lot of people's chapters are closed off in a way that makes sense. It's not like, hey, I own this bar, now I'm a dentist. You know what I mean? It's not like something random, some random fucking arc.
Okay.
I highly recommend it. If we were doing a annual thing for shows, I'd easily. The only thing that would come in like close to combating this is the season of Mr. Robot.
I don't like that. I just don't like
You
what you
don't
just
like
said
what?
there. I just don't like what you said. I don't like your opinion at all.
I mean,
All right.
I don't care.
All right.
Just watch the season.
All right, bro. Hit me with.
Sounds like a helicopter.
Yeah, that's why I thought someone was. No, it's fine. She's not getting picked up on the mic.
What's she doing? Spinning or like scratching herself?
Force is out. She literally walked over here to like scratch her jacket. Hey, she does. All right, that's what they do. Hit us with the music talk, Brian. Hit us with those beats real quick.
All right, I'm gonna go in order from what I have
Last
the least
week.
to say about.
Oh, there you go.
Until what I have the most to say about. So, Young M.A.'s album, finally heard it. It's been months since I was like, I gotta listen to it. Finally heard it. It's all right. Yeah, it's not something to write home about. I didn't hate it. The strongest songs are the singles for the most part.
She had singles?
Yeah.
I don't remember that coming up.
Well, yeah, she had maybe 3 singles. Each one of them I enjoyed. This album itself is like I'm saying, it doesn't. I didn't hate it or love it. It's just solid. It's all right.
It's okay.
So the best example I can give is like, you know, when you join a match in Modern Warfare late, and even if you lose, it's not held against you.
Yeah.
This album is like, it took her a while to release an album, but it's nothing that's like, it's not trash, and it's like, yeah, I'm done. I wrote her off, and it's not amazing. So I'm like, yo, you gotta listen because this album is kind of just you went through it, and
kind of by the books.
Yeah.
Any instrumental standout?
From the singles.
Oh, so just the singles are the rest are just like what, boring or like what?
It's kind of just it's just her rapping. That's about it. It's just her rapping. It's like, oh, she sounds good, but it's like you don't really care too much. You're not invested. I guess that's the best way.
No good bars then if she's just sitting there rapping like
on the singles.
Okay, so the singles, got it. Everything else but the singles.
Yeah, so I mean, if you're a fan of her, listen to it. If you haven't heard any of her songs up until now, just listen to the singles. But I mean, yeah, it's all right. I'm indifferent.
Okay.
Let's see. I'll do the Party Next Door ones next. So Party Next Door, after being like a year or something of being AWOL, being in the OVO sweatshop, as people say, you finally put out 2 singles. Same day. I think it was last 2 weeks now, right?
Yeah, it's 2 weeks. Because last week you were going to talk about it, but we talked about a bunch of other stuff.
Both of these songs I had to listen to extensively because I just didn't know how I felt about it. Like, it had a bunch of elements I liked, but then it got to something annoying, like Loyal, the one that was playing in the car.
Mm-hmm.
It's like kind of dancehall Afro beat singing stuff. The chorus,
trash.
Definitely not great. But the rest of the song I enjoyed, so I listened to that for like 48 hours straight, basically. And I was like, you know what? I enjoy it. And I heard the other one, The News, which is kind of like a more R&B or like modern age R&B song. Instrumental's fine. His verses are fine. The chorus goes on for too long. It's just him just repeating like the same word over and over again.
I'm kidding. I haven't heard this one.
I ended up liking the song again. It's just that chorus is just weak. And then he announced an album January of next year. So I usually don't like his albums, but he has songs on those albums that I really, really like. It's
Well,
kind of
you
like
better hope
Drake's
it's-
Scorpion, where like the album to me, I would have been fine if it didn't come out, but like nice
You're
for what's on there.
crazy. I'm upset that you said that, Brian.
I'm upset that that song came out.
Kelsey,
Talk
are you
about
upset?
I don't have a clue. I don't know that I've heard the song.
Mother. I know Randall's upset. Look how upset he is back there. Like he's sleeping.
Oh shit!
You know what Randall
Yeah.
was sleeping on until he got hands on? Stadia. Talk about it, Randall. Talk about it.
Is
Don't
Bryant
act.
done?
No, I don't care. Yeah, he better be done. We're
I
done
mean,
with.
I wasn't.
we're
but
done
we
with
can
the-
push everything back another week.
We're done. We're done
Nah,
with.
let him finish. Let him finish.
He's done talking about Party Next Door. That's why he can talk. I have stuff to say about the weekend, so we're
Well,
gonna be
then Why
back.
didn't you add it to your fucking list? You added Knives Out to mine.
I didn't add that to yours.
You fucking liar.
Randall, don't look at the screen. Talk.
I don't know what you want me to say. It's good.
That's okay.
I'm sold.
Oh my God,
I'm an
sick
addict
of-
now.
I'm so sick of him.
Just tell him what you were doing on Stadia. Tell him from your doubtfulness. To
Your
the time you played it
experience,
all
Randall.
weekend.
Like
Yeah.
for Christ's sake.
What? I am being serious. I don't know what to say. I bought into it. It's awesome. That's all I've been playing. I was up to 2 a.m. playing it last night. I was up to 2 a.m. the night before playing it. I've been up late playing it since I've gotten it.
Let's
Can
put
we-
pause and
can we-
let's break this down. What
Thank
have
you.
you been playing on Stadia?
Thank you, Kelsey. You asking for? I was about to suplex him on stream because
I've been playing Destiny 2 and NBA 2K20.
Okay. How are you liking Destiny 2 on Stadia? Does it flow really well? Is there any lag? Do you have input lag?
There's slight input lag, but it's not anything like it. I don't know. It's not worth complaining about. It's very minuscule. But
What about shooting the players? Do you ever like think you should be getting shots and they're missing?
Oh no. I mean, the lag is almost non-existent. Like, in order for me to complain about lag, I would have to be like super, super, super picky.
or a competitive player. Okay, Randall. Like,
I mean, I don't know because I haven't played a fighting game on it. I'm not.
you played
gonna play-
Samurai Showdown.
That's not something that I can test on because I haven't played Samurai Showdown in years, and I have no interest in that game.
Okay.
And plus, all their moves have wind-ups, so it's kind of difficult to tell. There's like no 8-frame punches or kicks.
Okay, Randall. Well, that's great in-depth overview on your experience with Stadia.
I did get my controller and my Chromecast, so I haven't set that up yet, though. But what's the problem? You wanted me to talk. I'm talking, and now what is it now?
on stuff that okay, so you didn't set it up, so that means you have no input on whether it works. Do you like it better or not?
Oh, the Chromecast?
Yeah. So what? Like,
I mean, how much
different?
different is it going to be other than the fact that the game you said it's going to be 4K now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
The
going to
video
change.
stream is gonna be 4K.
And then the alleged input lag is going to even be more non-existent because of the way the controller's set up.
okay.
Correct?
Yeah, but
Okay, so
it's a heartless.
what? No,
Oh
I've
my
been
God.
look. Okay, I don't know what else to tell you. I've been at work broadcasting this junk, man. I already got 2 people saying they're going to get Stadia based on what I said. Scott said he's going to get it, and the dude that sits in front of me, his name is Derek. He said he's getting it now because I literally pulled up Stadia while I was at work.
Don't say that. They can fire you over that.
Why? I didn't say I was playing it. I just showed them. So
It could have been on his lunch hours.
Yeah, and it wasn't on my work computer. It was on my my
Cell
what's the
phone?
face
You Pornhub, bro.
iPad.
Anyway, I was gonna do a heartless transition there, but then Randall got riled up.
On what? You just gonna do a heartless on what?
I was gonna do a heartless transition. That's why I said that was a heartless in-depth review or overview or anything, Randall, on Stadia.
You know what, Anthony?
What?
If you want specific answers, maybe you should ask specific questions.
I did. How was your experience with it?
That is very broad.
And you said it's good. It works. Okay.
What Kelsey did, that's specific questions.
Why did
Randall-
I said talk us from the moment you bought into it till today, and then you're like, yo, fuck that bum ass, and then
I didn't hear you.
Oh, that's crazy. Story of my life.
All right,
huh?
so my whole thing was in the beginning, I thought that Stadia was going to be like, I mean, I kind of still in the back of my head still kind of feel a little skeptical about it as far as like the 4K thing. I can't speak on internet connection anymore because I've seen like all three of us was playing Destiny 2 at the same time and there was no issues whatsoever. So I can no longer speak on internet other than the fact that there's still the issue of if we have no internet, then we can't play. But that's obvious. Other than that, the only issue is that it's 4K. So I'm concerned about like how things are going to look visually if I had my own gaming PC playing on 4K at 60 frames per second versus what Stadia is going to give me. So that's something that's in the back of my mind that I'm worrying about, because not really worrying about, but it's kind of like that little thing in the back of my head. Like, I wonder which one is better, or even if the one on PC does look better, is it that much better to be like, I should spend $3,000 on a gaming PC? Aside from that, like I said, I'm hooked, man. Like, I'm all about, like, to me, I could definitely see this being the future of gaming, because I still can't wrap my head around how I could literally just go on and just hit play from anywhere, and like, it's, I don't know. I guess I'm speechless. Maybe you guys understand it, like, as far as like from a programmatically standpoint, but for me as an artist, it's crazy. It's like I still don't, even though Anthony has explained to me 3 times how it works, I still don't get it. I still don't understand how in the world this is possible.
How it is that you can press buttons on your computer, it talks to another computer, and then sends you back a gorgeous image.
Yeah.
He just explained it to you.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, to you it makes sense, but to me it's like,
Do you
I'm
remember-
still trying.
Do you remember when we worked at JHT and we had that render farm?
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. You have a farm of computer servers that load the game and it runs the game. And when you push a button, it sends a signal out to the other computer that it's rendering the game and goes, "Hey, I moved forward." So it draws your character in another position. And then all it does is send back an image to your computer, which then it loads on the screen. It's not really any different. It's really not any different than if you were, playing a game on your own computer, because when you push a button, your computer renders the image and then displays it. This is just being rendered by a computer somewhere else.
I guess the part that blows my mind is what you just explained. Like, even though the way you explained it was just like, very simple and very something like a kid could understand, it's just the fact that it blows my mind, because I'm pressing a button in one location geographically, and my information is coming from another place that it's not in the same location. Like, normally I'm home and the machine is right there and the game is right there. So it's understandable that I press a button, signal goes to the wire, comes back. But it's the fact that it's in another location, and on top of it, like rendering, especially with a render farm, that's a static image. Or even if it's an animation, it's a series of static images. You're just waiting for an image to be rendered. With games, it's interactive. It's like real time interactive. So every time you do something, a signal is sent somewhere, and then your information is sent back. And you got to think about how often or how fast you're doing this. Like this information is going back and forth really quick.
Randall, you're explaining how online play works in general.
Yeah. I was waiting for him to finish so that I could say the same thing. That's the way that every multiplayer game works.
It's not exactly the same because the information that you're getting is just input. It's input when you're online. It has nothing to do with video. Unless maybe I just don't understand. So you're telling me on online play, it's also sending video?
No.
So it is just the input, right?
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying is different. Now it's not just input, it's also video that's being sent.
But the video is only one way.
What do you mean it's only one way?
Yeah, the input.
What do you mean like the video is being sent to me? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
So that's drastically different than getting button inputs. Like that's what online play is. It's just button inputs that you're sending back and forth.
We're talking
This is
about
also
how,
video.
what we're talking about is the way you're explaining it is just how online works. The way you were explaining it prior to now was just, I press a button and and it happens somewhere else. That was, you were just explaining how online play works in a nutshell.
Yes. So like it's what you just explained is like if you and I were playing, a fighting game.
Marvel vs.
And
Capcom 3.
And I was doing it on my computer and you were doing it on your computer. Even though I'm sending my input to you, it's still going, like my input's still going to you, and then your computer is drawing the image and displaying it, right? That's the same thing that it does in another location. Your controller, it's like a wireless controller. Like, when you sit on the couch and you're playing your PS4 and you push buttons and then it just shows up, that's basically all it's doing. You just have the video cord is just super, super long because it's over the internet. Like that's really all it is. Does that make sense?
This is when you answer, Randall. Not smile at me.
But you're so cute.
Shut up. The difficult thing about it, Randall, is the encoding speed and quality. That's what your answer should have been. Because it's streaming is fine. No, his. That's what you need to wrap your hand around. That's the most impressive part. Is the quality of the encoding and at the speed.
Yeah, the fact that they can send that scale of an image that quickly without very much input lag or any lag whatsoever is pretty impressive. That part is very impressive.
And it's very, at least when we're playing at your guys' place, minus Anthony's shitty living room computer, there was very like a few times when the video quality would actually drop to compensate.
Yeah, for some reason my living room PC's
racist
NIC card is just either almost crap in the bed or some issue because I just can't keep a stable connection with almost anything. But besides that, it was working A-okay. Excuse me.
Talk about it.
So yeah, that's our weekly Stadia update. We got an in-house LAN basically using Stadia, and it worked out pretty well. Played Destiny 2 for a bit. Randall played a mission or two, and then you said you kept playing.
Mm-hmm.
What power level are you? Like 970 or something now?
I don't remember actually.
Oh, dang, you're that good?
No.
Anyway.
I was going to keep playing. Stadia. All right, so hold on. How do I say it? Stadia technology mixed with me just having access to all the DLC in Destiny got me reinvested in the gameplay loop for Destiny. So like when you dropped me off, I was like, maybe I want to play some more Destiny, but I didn't. I just decided to lay down instead. And I was going to play yesterday, but I was like, let me start watching that Paul Rudd show on Netflix.
Oh, that's right. He does have a show.
Yeah, I'm halfway through it. It's 8 episodes and they're 30 minutes long.
Gotcha.
I,
Javi's
They're
in
30
that.
minutes long.
I haven't finished it, so I'm not gonna review it yet. But what is Javi saying?
Javi says if we are able to play Red Dead Online together, not yet. I don't think there's crossplay enabled, but if or when they do, believe me, I'll let you know. So we can ride together.
When that's confirmed, I think I'll get Red Dead.
Joe didn't want to ride with me.
Yeah, they're gonna ride with me, Kelsey. I'm gonna have my trusty repeater with me. My revolver on the other hand.
If they confirm
lit.
crossplay between Stadia and PC, I'll probably just get Red Dead on
Stadium?
on Stadium maybe, unless at that point I'm already gonna like think about upgrading hard drives or something. Then I'll commit. But Modern Warfare not on the same hard drive. I'm gonna have like room for an emulator, and that's it.
Did you say crossplay between Stadia and PC?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do they not have? I mean, I
Not
thought
yet.
that's what Stadia basically was just all PC games, or is it
No,
more than
it's-
just PC?
It's a different ecosystem because you're signed in through Google's accounts. You're not signing in through like Steam. You're not signing in through Battle.net or anything.
Yeah, but I mean, normally when you play,
When you matchmake, it's depending on your account.
yeah, I guess. I guess that makes sense because if you that way you have PS4 versus Xbox versus PC.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at Stadia as not as a PC streaming service, it's just there's Stadia like its own console or computer platform, then yeah, that makes sense.
Unfortunately, that is the case, and that's why it has the biggest uphill battle to gain people's attention because it's a whole new ecosystem and not all of the games crossplay. Which is why xCloud kind of has an edge on them. They can hit the ground running if they do it correctly. But I mean, when we get there, I played xCloud for like 30 seconds before I had to go on my phone. And that had quite the latency. So it could have been because I would Bluetooth my controller to my phone, but I hadn't had enough time to just test it. I sat down, literally loaded it up, and then I had to go. So I'll probably test xCloud this week sometime and see how that works.
Don't forget EA's new platform.
Project Atlas that we saw a trash trailer for. Nah, I'm cool on that.
So okay, so which trailer was better, Project Atlas or Death Stranding?
Project Atlas, because games were being played. I saw gameplay on there that looked fun to do.
But they didn't talk about you can't not being able to see the guy's penis.
That's good. That you're saying things I don't want happening.
You want to see his dick? Don't even lie, dude.
Goodness. Speaking of which, I think next week we'll do the predictions for the Game Awards because the nominations are out. So I guess look into that. Look forward to that.
Jump Force was nominated for Fighting Game of the Year.
What?
Yeah,
Why? How?
because they didn't care. They're like Death Stranding's out. We're gonna give it to Death Stranding anyway.
And what pisses me, that's one nail in the coffin, because obviously that means you don't take that category seriously. The second one is Esports Player of the Year. Now one fighting game player, not the guy who won 2 Evos back to back in Tekken in the same year, because the Japanese one and the one in America. Not that guy. Not the unsponsored player who went to both and won both against some of the top players in Tekken history. Not that guy. Not Goichi, who won Evo at finally beating Sonic Fox and hasn't lost I think he lost one tournament all year. That fucking Sonic Fox who throws a dart at a board and now he mains that game and wins.
My chat. Wait, does Stadia allow local play? So like 2 people with Stadia in one house, could they play like the equivalent to a local LAN game if the game develops it? Yeah, there's games that can do split screen.
But I think the way he was asking is if, at least the way I read it, I thought he meant like if you're on 2 accounts, like we're in the same room, I think, and we're playing, let's say, X split screen compatible game where we're playing on our accounts. If we can find a way to like link it like remote play or something, I didn't really understand it.
I mean, they're not that far away from each other to begin with. It's technically LAN regardless.
2 accounts.
I mean, if the game supports the split screen, then yeah, I would imagine so. Like each on a different TV? Yeah, on a different TV, definitely. You just need to have either a Chromecast or load up a Chrome browser. That's what we did. I had my Chromecast on my living room TV. Brian had his laptop sitting right next to me, and then Randall was up here in his room with the Chrome tab open, and we were playing Destiny 2, Destiny 2, if you will. That's our streaming segment of the week.
Oh shit.
All right, Brian. It's time to bring him into the weekend. All right. You want to start with the good or the bad?
Yeah,
Whatever you have the most to say about.
Both of them equally. I like both of them a lot. That's what I'm saying, because you don't like one of them, so that's why you should start.
Heartless came out first, so we can talk about Heartless.
All right.
So,
Heartless.
before we do that, what was the song that you were talking about that Anthony was like, I can't believe you said that, and you said it was trash?
He made a pun. I said the Scorpion album, Drake's album. I was fine if it didn't come out.
Yeah.
Then he made a pun on a song. It's called "I'm Upset" on that album. He said, "I'm upset that you said that," but that song is like verbal diarrhea.
What's better, that or Cardi B?
Cardi B, because I can pop this boy pussy.
All right. Randall's like, yo, I'm a good Christian boy. I'm not doing any of this.
I saw him twerk, dude. What are you talking about?
Oh, word? Randall, you twerk?
He twerks for vegan cheese. I saw him.
Look at you. All right.
So Heartless came out first.
Yes.
The Weeknd hasn't.
He hasn't released anything since Call Out My Name. Not Call Out My Name. My Dear Melancholy.
Yeah, he hasn't released his own music since whenever that came out. I don't remember if that was this year or last year, right?
That was late last year.
Last year. Puts out his first single with his whole new his PR. I don't know his
yeah, dude. His new promotion for this, his style. Whoever dressed this man is going places. He looks great, especially for the second song that came out. Go ahead, Brad.
So yeah, first song, Heartless. I haven't heard it yet. I just heard The Weeknd's putting out singles. I was excited. Song start. It's produced by Metro Boom, and it's a lot of like the pop trap music. Instrumental so far. It's like, okay. He starts by saying, "Never need a." How does he say it? He said,
never need a bitch. I'm what a bitch need.
And I was like, what the hell's going on right now?
Yeah, I'm saying.
Immediately after that, it just sounds way too polished, poppy. Just
heck yeah,
whatever.
That's what he is.
But I was like, you know what? I'll ride to this. Then it gets to the chorus.
Heck yeah.
I'm like, what is this? I don't want this at all. I would think that that's one of the songs that like you have to be litty in a certain area, and that song plays, and you're fine with it. If you listen to it like on a Sunday in your room after praying, you're like, oh, this is stupid.
After praying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
For me, it's the opposite. The opposite is I could be like.
Maybe if I'm in that mind area, then I'll like it. But yeah, there you go. Now you can continue.
Yeah, sit down, Brian. Who cares? So the reverse is the right way. You hear this, you get lit. You're like, holy crap, the bass is kicking. I'm letting everybody else know I'm heartless right now, dude. Kelsey, do you need a bitch?
I didn't listen to any of this stuff, so
just answer the question.
Do I need a bitch?
Do you need a bitch?
If we're talking about
female dog. We're talking about the female dog.
I already have one of those.
Ah, then see? You love this song then. Just play it,
okay.
You love it.
Favorite song, top 10 of the decade and the year.
I swear to God, Kelsey. So yeah, for me, it's just hype. There's a hype song, definitely club anthem. Like it gets you lit. Energy, pure energy. That bass comes in. There's a bunch of energy. There's build up to like a drop. It's energy. That's what that song is. Letting out first, like either frustration, anger. I don't know what it is, but he is out there letting everybody know he's heartless. He's back. And then I'm like, "Are you that back?" And then 2 days later, he's like, "You guys remember my Starboy swag? Let me up it again." You thought I'm not gonna be out here just dropping dance hits? You think I'm not gonna drop the catchiest everything ever?
Probably not.
Blinding Lights comes out. Me and Brian hear it together in the car.
Blinded by the light.
In the car together, dude. And from like 10 seconds in, as soon as you hear the kicks, or whatever it is, Brian, you're the guy who knows this stuff. I'm like hit immediately. Then the chorus hits. Woo! Before the chorus, Brian almost cried when he heard "Gone On." I saw tears coming out of his eyes, and I'm like, I knew it. This is it. He's back again. He was letting us know in Heartless that everything is gonna come out. You know, Brian, tell him.
So yeah, Blinding Lights is actually good, unlike the other one.
They're both pretty good.
Yeah, it's very lo-fi, synthy, like I don't want to say dance, but it's not EDM either. It's okay, so it's lo-fi electronic music with him singing on it, and it's a good combination of things.
I have a question for you, Brian. Do you not want to dance when you listen to it?
I always want to dance.
Then it's a dance song. Continue.
I mean, I've danced to fucking Moonlight Sonata. So is that
That's
a dance song?
That's a dance song.
Oh shit! Cynthia's a great description of it. Yeah, I'm a god. I know everything. So yeah, it was just really well made song. The first song, it makes the first single sound even worse in comparison because this is such a well made song. I'm not really sure like the direction of the album because those are two different sounding things. One of them I'd be fine if it never existed. This one, I'm glad it existed.
Oh, Brian, I can tell you where the direction is excellence.
Oh.
Okay. Do you remember the single in Starboy called Party Monster, Brian?
No, actually, I don't.
Okay. And do you remember that album, though? Excellence. Okay.
I remember they had one good song on there.
2 off bat because Daft Punk were on it. So that's like across the board. They all like it. Whoever's on those 2 tracks, they love it.
Oh shit.
Kelsey loves them. He's looking at me like he doesn't know what song I'm talking about. 2 seconds of the song, he's gonna be like, "Oh, I know this song."
Dude, it's my favorite song. I've listened to it since I was 7.
It better be in your top 10.
Well, Kesha's on there.
I bet Kesha and Trina are gonna be in this top 10 of the decade. Don't laugh. Those are wrong
What about
answers.
Puff Daddy?
Who is it? Fuck, you said Trina and fuck and Trick Daddy are starting their own like radio station, I think.
Is it
Trick
called
Daddy and who?
And Trina.
They're starting a radio station?
I believe so. I believe that's what I saw on Twitter.
Why?
Trick Daddy and Trina are starting their own radio station.
You tell-
All
did she
I
say?
hear from the other room is, "What the fuck? I want in."
No, you don't. Johan in the chat says my boy Pusha T on there. I almost did, but then I'm like, he doesn't make my top 10 for the decade. I like some of his tracks.
I like his albums overall, but in comparison to other stuff that came out in the decade,
Yo, why are we talking about the decade? So that's 2 weeks from now.
because we were blinded by the light, dude.
Woo, speaking of which, fire.
Over the weekend.
Oh, good. Look
Nice.
at Kelsey learning quick.
Cute as fuck, dude.
Yeah, dude, go ahead and play it, Kelsey, so you can just be like, okay, you're right, it's fantastic. How about that?
You pronounced it wrong, Anthony.
What did I say? Oh, it's Pushat instead of
Yeah.
Pusha T. My apologies.
But yeah, I recommend going ahead. I mean, form your own opinion. Listen to both Weeknd singles. I just strongly, if you're like, I only have time for one of these.
Oh, then
strongly
definitely
recommend
Blinding
Blinding
Lights.
Lights.
Yes, if you only have, for whatever reason, in your entire life, only have time for one of those songs, Blinding Light, yes. Absolutely, I can agree on that. But both of them, they have their purpose. And the purpose is the road to excellence. Randall, you heard of Blinding Light once that I know of because you played it on your phone for whatever reason. What do you think?
You said for whatever reason, you basically threatened me to play it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Is that how you got into Stadia? Did he come at you with a knife? Is this like the Rick and Morty episode where he gets stuck in the hologram, the simulation, and then he comes in drunk and then like breaks the bottles? Like, you motherfucker, you need to play Stadia right now.
I didn't. Hey, he came up to me and said I ordered it, and I'm like, I thought he was lying. So then he got his access code during the Thanksgiving weekend.
Why would you think I was lying?
Because you're a liar.
What have I lied about?
Because you said you're going to stream.
Dropping the Whopper.
I am going to stream.
And dropping the... Kelsey, can we get an amen in the chat, please?
We can make a list of all the things.
Randall,
There
there's
is
video.
no list.
Randall, there's video footage of someone knocking on the table and the mic picking it up, and you said, "Does it look like I'm knocking?"
That was a joke.
Yeah,
but y'all always bring it up against me like I was being serious.
Oh, well, how about the Whopper?
I was
That
even
pretty
laughing
serious,
when I said it.
Randall, the Whopper was pretty serious.
Or you said you were laughing when you said it. Do you want to lie even more, Randall?
You were not laughing.
Okay.
There's even a clip of not even like there's subtitles and says looks at camera with non-laughter.
Right. Sure it does.
You don't think there's video evidence, Randall?
Not what he's saying.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I probably wasn't laughing hysterically, but I'm pretty sure I had a smile on my face.
Because you got caught in the lie, Randall. That's why you were smiling. Because you were.
Why would? Oh, all right. Because
It's a nervous one. Like, oh dang, you right.
No, that's
me.
not how I react.
Mm.
If I got caught in a lie,
We saw how you react.
which I don't lie.
You just blatantly, Randall. You dropped a Whopper in front of me and Bryant, and you continue to deny it. That's lying.
because I really don't remember doing that.
Don't change it to from don't remember. You said you did not do it.
Okay, so I don't remember it, so I strongly don't believe it happened.
Okay, well it happened. My rug remembers.
What did I do after I dropped it?
You picked it up. What do you mean? What did you do? We didn't leave it there.
Hold on, it's not even
Was it in or outside the wrapper?
Randall, an entire burger outside of the wrapper hit my floor.
And I picked it up and ate it.
Yeah.
Outside the wrapper, it was bare naked, and it hit the ground. And I picked it up and ate it.
Yeah, Brian's gonna explain it to you. Go ahead, Brian.
He doesn't need to explain anything. You answered my question.
Yes, that's what happened, Randall.
Okay.
You just came. You literally came to visit me in my apartment,
Okay.
and you went to go get some food, and that food ended up.
This is
like,
at the Avalon apartment?
Yeah, my apartment. That's the only apartment I had.
Okay.
Randall, it looked like it was a fake burger. That's how everything landed on the ground, and everything was still stacked perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, dang, and then you picked it.
He dropped it.
I find it hard to believe that I would eat a bare naked burger that hit the
How
carpet.
could you believe it if you don't let people explain to you what you did? You just keep fucking interrupting.
All you're doing is reiterating what happened. I get it. I had a sandwich. Allegedly, it hit the floor. I picked it up.
Fuck up and let me finish.
He's just going to repeat. Okay. I hope whatever you get ready to say is going to be something I've never heard before. Go.
So he didn't just pick it up quickly. Already different because Anthony didn't say that. He lingered. He fucking lingered. It hit the floor. He did this because Kelsey's been to the apartment. You know the stools he has in front of his like the little bar area. That's where you're sitting. He dropped it. He did this. Did you hear the sign? Because that was the crucial part. He went. And then he starts to lean over. And then he goes like, then he, like 5 seconds of just denial and depression. This is what he does. He goes.
That doesn't sound like me at all. But
You would have thought that he was like doing a slow-mo scene and he has to disarm the bomb. That's how slow he was moving to pick up the fucking burger.
I know that doesn't even sound like me. Because if I drop food, I would immediately pick it up.
Oh my god!
That's
Especially if
another
you said I dropped it on your carpet.
Yes.
Yeah, I would immediately pick it up.
So the
Because I wouldn't want to
counter-argument
stay in
that-
your carpet.
The counter argument to that, we saw you drop protein cookie pieces and how long it takes you to pick that up. Anthony, confirm or deny?
Yes, I remember
Pieces?
that too. Yes.
Pieces, crumbs, it's not the same thing as an entire sandwich that has ketchup on it. You talking about a carpet that stains easily versus a hardwood floor.
Randall, it landed on the bun.
Dude.
It's called logic. It ain't no defense.
Randall, it landed so perfectly on there. We even made a note as you were slowly picking it up. So we're like, look how perfect it landed.
Okay, all right.
So from an outside point of view, because obviously I wasn't there, there were two things in this that made me believe two different stories. One was Anthony going, "Dag." Randall used to do that all the time at work, and it was hilarious.
He still does it to this day. It's fantastic.
Bryant's story, because I've seen this happen in person multiple times, where something happens and he just kind of goes, and then do whatever he's gonna do. And so, to me, that is just absolutely fucking hilarious.
Oh my lord. Creed show. Oh my god. What are we talking about for roasting Randall?
I don't even.
I don't even.
Oh, because he had ordered Stadia and he thought he was lying. Then Randall's like, "Why do you think I'm lying?"
Oh, got it. So then he ends up getting it. I'm like, oh, okay. And then he said he bought NBA 2K20, I think it was. Look at him. Back to his phone now. Randall, like, you're on a show.
Being roasted by my so-called friends.
Yeah. Welcome to entertainment.
Dude,
Literally what friends are supposed
if
to
your
do.
friends didn't roast you, they're not your real friends. Let's be honest here. Do you know how often Bryant brings up the time that they fucking trashed me 31 times in a row in the fucking fighting game? Like, literally, like every week. It doesn't matter what I'm talking about. I'll be like messaging Bryant. I'll be like, "Hey man, you should check this out." He's like, "Oh yeah? Is it better than the 31 times that we roasted your ass in fighting?" Every fucking week, dude.
I literally have from Kelsey the summer of just Bob Ross brought back to back. So there's always a thing. Anthony can't open doors. There's always everything.
Oh,
you
the
have to
can't
roast
open
somebody.
doors thing.
Well, the worst thing about
Hilarious.
that is that it still happens. It naturally reminds me.
It just, there's only two ways that a door can be locked or unlocked. It's one or the other. And for like 15 fucking minutes, he's just click, click, jiggle, 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 jiggle. Click, click, jiggle, 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 jiggle. Meanwhile, Brian and I are both just laying there like, "What the fuck are you doing? Turn it once and walk out." Click. Oh.
We heard the door being jiggled so many times that I had been woken up and just wished that I was getting robbed instead of having a mentally incapable brother.
Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
It had been like the leftover alcohol still living in me. Oh my. It still happens to this day. I can't open doors correctly.
Oh, fuck.
What the heck are we talking about?
He had ordered a Stadia and then he thought,
Oh, that's right. And he enjoys it, apparently. So the question is again, Randall, are you getting Cyberpunk on Stadia or on PC? That's it?
I don't.
All right.
What was the question?
If he's getting Cyberpunk on PC or Stadia.
Oh. I already pre-ordered it off of GOG.
Nice. Good man. Good thing you picked
'Cause-
GOG too. Yes.
PC is greater than Stadia.
"Ooh,
Stadia is a PC.
ooh."
Stadia is its own platform. Therefore, it is not technically a PC.
Consoles are PC, PCs are PC, Stadia's are PC. They're
No,
all computer
consoles
parts.
are pieces of shit. Okay.
They're low-end
Let's get it
PCs.
right.
They're all low-end PCs.
And not my Zune.
Your Zune is obliterated, Brian. That's what that is. Oh my gosh. What the heck are we talking about, dude? We talk about the weekend. Kelsey, I haven't spoken in a while. Tell us about Mirror's Edge Catalyst. That was from last week, right?
Mirror's Edge Catalyst? Yeah, that's from
Yeah.
last week. So I haven't quite finished it. But I really enjoyed the original Mirror's Edge, and we were, they had talked about releasing a second one for a long time, and then they finally did. But I think it came out on Origin, and I just didn't feel like downloading Origin at the time. And so I started playing it. They added a ton of new stuff. The controls are still fucked up.
What do you mean?
So like, they've improved the controls a little bit, where like you run and jump and wall ride and climb and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
It's still glitchy as fuck when you're down here and you're like, I need to get on this ledge. Oh, okay, there we go. Let's just fall off the fucking building now because I told you to get up onto the ledge, and you were like, you wanted to go that way? No, bitch, I wanted you to step on top of the ledge. One of the things I don't like about it is that they have they have a lot of the a lot of things bound to the same key. So like you use I think it's space. I haven't played it in a little while, but you use space to like jump and hurdle over things. And there's you also like you can leap off stuff. So like you can run up to a pole or a bar or something, press space and hold it, and then jump upwards to reach something higher. Or just jump up into the air.
Okay.
Well, there's a lot of like side missions and things, or just missions in general, where you have to use that technique, and or you either fall to your death or get caught by somebody. Well, it doesn't always work unless you time it right, so that you literally jump. Like if this is where the pole is, you have to like jump here to hit this and then go.
Okay.
Because if you just run up to it and like press and hold space, there's just okay, we're over. No, I need to be up there.
What the heck? So there's no like contextual jumping. Like you have to actually jump towards it, then hit the space again to jump off of it, like wall jump.
I think you just hold the space bar, but I mean doing that doesn't always like cause you to lunge upwards. It's you because if you're too close, they just leap over it. It's not. You have to be a good distance away, start the jump, hold the space bars, and hope that when you hit the pole, they just jump off.
Oh, okay.
I would rather it, I don't know, look funny if I like pressed it twice as I hit one of the bars to then jump upwards than I would having to like hold it and get screwed up like that all the time.
Yeah, especially if that's a pretty easy input. Like, why leave it to automation?
I mean, they do that for a lot of stuff. Like they added in grappling hook, which is really cool. And so you can like, don't get excited. There's not very much that you can actually grapple to. It's like, it's only used in certain areas, certain scenarios when it's forced. But it's not like, oh, this will help me climb easier. No, this is like, there's a thing there, and I can attach to it, and that's it.
Oh, so it's okay. So it's not even really a new mechanic. It's just, hey, press this button to do this, and it's a long cutscene or quick time event.
Basically. Don't get me wrong, it's still awesome because it still sort of feels like you're swinging like Spider-Man in certain areas, but it's not as free range as like when you were playing Spider-Man.
Like got it.
Yeah.
Do those? I've only played the demo for Mirror's Edge. Does that like the way they do first person? Does that get old after a while, or is it like not noticeable?
I don't notice. I mean, you can get motion sick pretty easily if you get motion sickness. Because okay, I have another complaint. Because like what this? I mean, it's all about being. It's a parkour game, and so the whole point is to like run and jump and slide and all this other stuff. And then if you like jump off of a ledge, the proper way to land is to roll forward, right? So like you hit and roll.
Okay.
Well, you actually roll because you're in first person mode, and so you like land and you roll.
Yeah.
And so the camera flips the whole time.
Yeah, that's like in the first one.
Yeah. The complaint is this bitch can't drop off of a friggin' step stool without going, oh god, I'm dead. Okay.
Wait, what? Like fall damage or?
Yeah. Like she just so if you jump off of something that's more than
2
like
inches.
Like about a story.
Okay.
Which is fairly common in the game. I mean, there's lots of places that are you like jump from one roof to the other, and there's quite a bit of distance. You if you don't press the button to soft land, or press the button at the close enough to roll, you just hit the ground and either go splat or just take a bunch of damage. And it's really annoying because there's times it's like you're like wall running up a bunch of stuff, and then you accidentally don't get the jump off, so you fall down, and it's only like a story, maybe a story and a half, and then it restarts you at a checkpoint because you died.
That's trash. So,
They are,
to be safe, you just have to roll every time.
basically, that's all I do. I spend most of my time just rolling.
Awesome. That's fun.
They also implemented you remember the trip mechanic in Smash Brothers?
Yeah.
You could do that in this game too.
What?
You literally like if you move off of too much stuff too quickly. So like say you're running on a I don't know, say you're running on a pole, like on a beam or something.
Okay.
And then you drop down and land on like you just kind of hop down and land on another beam and then hop down and land on the ground. Sometimes, I don't know why, she just falls over. Like it's like she literally breaks her ankle.
Is she drunk?
I don't know, but that
That's stupid. They didn't have that in the first one. Why would you add something to infuriate the player?
I don't know. Ask them at Smash. Like, what the fuck kind of shit is that?
That's trash. I don't like that either. I haven't played it. That sounds trash. I don't want that.
Like,
Is it like randomly, or is it like a cutscene kind of thing where like you get down a specific hallway and she'll animate like she's falling, or is it just
no, it's random. I mean, it really just depends on like if you've been
jumping off
what you're running over, how quickly you're moving, that kind of stuff. It's just one of those it doesn't happen like all the time, but it's one of those minor annoyances that you're like, fuck, why are you doing this? Just get up and go.
Gotcha. This is a fictional game. Like, you can run forever, okay? Don't trip over some trash. Talk about it, Run.
I don't even. They make me think about Brawl, and it's just upsetting me that they ever thought, let's randomly have them trip as if there's a banana there.
You got it, Brian. That's gonna be part of your best of the decade.
I don't think that came out this decade. Brawl.
Oh, I thought it did.
Brawl
Pretty
came
sure
out
that was in
before
like
we moved.
2008.
Okay, yeah, I believe
Yeah,
it.
before we moved to Orlando. So. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, January 31st, 2008.
I told you. I didn't say that.
Hey, Brian, too much yawning. I'm gonna start yawning. All right.
If you have an issue with it, might as well pull your knives out.
No, I didn't want to do Knives Out yet, but we'll do Knives Out, I guess.
With it, why don't you reach for your Halo?
Thank you, Kelsey. You day one. You're like, I'm playing Reach immediately.
You're damn right I am.
Nice. Tell me the 4K goodness.
I have a question
absolutely
real quick,
amazing.
though.
Go ahead.
Is there ranked SWAT or is it just regular SWAT?
He hasn't done multiplayer yet.
I haven't done multiplayer yet. I wasn't gonna play it for very long. I wanted to just get in and do like the first chapter. Still get the chills, the memories, especially us. I was because you link your Microsoft account. I was really hoping that it would import all of my Xbox stats to this, and I log in and it's got my little Xbox, avatar or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But I can't find it doesn't have the stats and things from it, which is really disappointing because I wanted to, see the whole, you have 4,762 melee kills. You have 5 weapon kills.
Yeah.
Accuracy of 7.
Not with melee. He's Usain Bolt when he sees someone's back turns to him.
Oh, shit.
Runs across the entire map and dodges bullets on the way just to get that animation. I don't blame him. The animations are sweet. So besides it, all you do is like run it to see if it runs well.
Yeah, I just loaded it up to, customize my my dude, played the first mission, customized the tag. It played it on legendary because obviously go big or go home in this game.
I'm gonna go home.
And it is a pain in the ass to play. Holy crap, is it ridiculous. It takes so I still have the double tap, where you get the DMR.
Yeah.
What it is, where you get the DMR or the pistol.
Rifle.
No, it's a battle rifle that has the
Battle rifle.
Yeah.
Where you especially the guys with the shields.
Yeah.
You shoot them in the hand, pop them in the face.
Yep.
Boom, done. Still pretty good with the pistol, shooting them, shooting the grunts and things in the face and watching them die. Still pretty good at dying to the friggin'
Hunters.
elites.
Oh, elites.
No, just like the white and gold guys. It's like, oh yeah, let me shoot you 84 times and your shield never goes down, but you're firing this direction when I'm over here and I die. Like, yeah, that works. That sounds great.
That's classic game design, dude. Increase health and then increase their output damage to you. Yay, it's difficult now.
And then the my other favorite was the Needler. Like, I love the Needler, because the pistol in this game isn't OP like it is in the first one. And so you use the Needler because 3 or 4 sticks and it explodes, and if it's an elite, it'll drop their shield, and then you can shoot them again. You have to be this fucking close in order for it to lock on so that you can hit them, which you still can't hit them because they have more dodges than Dark Souls. Okay, like just fucking rolling for days. All while shooting you. They're just tumbling. It's just shooting you in the goddamn face. It's
just
absolutely
hard-boiled.
ridiculous.
Went to the school of the movie Hard Boiled. Who directs it?
John Woo.
John Woo. Thank you. Just shooting while diving over and over again, and this one was rolling. Yeah, I'm not gonna be playing that on Legendary unless it's like a squad. I'm not doing that solo.
I don't remember caring about the game gameplay wise. I just remember really liking the story because I remember from what I remember, I played multiplayer and I had nothing about it minus customizing my character.
That's not true. You really enjoyed watching my ass run across the battlefield because somebody was like, "Achoo! Oh, his back turned. Here we go."
And you leap like the Hulk from wherever you're at just to get that melee kill.
Somehow he had Commando Pro on it. It's not even Call of Duty.
Oh shoot! So yeah, we gotta try out the multiplayer. Then I actually gotta download that on my PC, see how that works.
Yeah,
it's cross-platform, so people on Steam and people on the Windows Store can play.
Sweet.
So we'll be fine.
I mean, I have the pass, so if we really wanted to, I can load it up on there. But I bought it on Steam because I never know if I'm gonna keep the Battle Pass or the
Game Pass.
The Game Pass around because I'm
really
almost done with. Yeah, like I've kind of over Outer Worlds. Just don't really care for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I still need to play Gears 5, and hopefully Adam will start to play it. But we've been playing Grim Dawn recently, so there's at least that.
Oh, nice, Grim Dawn. So tell us about Grim Dawn.
So Grim Dawn's kind of a mix between Diablo and Path of Exile. It's not nearly as complicated as Path of Exile. There's still a little bit of give and take with the skill trees and things because you pick different classes and you can combine 2 of them and it changes your class title. But it seems very heavily reliant.
What do you mean you can combine? Can you explain that? You can pick.
Sure. So there's like 8 or 9 classes. You have like Soldier, Arcanist, Necromancer, Oathkeeper, Demolitionist, and a couple of others, and a Shaman. And so you can pick a main class, which mine was Oathkeeper, because he has a Cyclone skill. So obviously I'm playing that.
Okay.
So started playing that, and later I picked up our Arcanist so that I can deal more elemental damage and sustain my energy regeneration.
Okay.
So, which I think it makes me a Templar, is what my actual class title is because I'm an Oathkeeper Arcanist. A lot of people do if you like minion builds, which I have a minion build with the Shaman, and I think I go into shit. I don't remember the other one.
Necromancer?
Well, that's one of them, but mine's different. Occultist. Mine goes Shaman Occultist. So the Shaman, it's a bleeding build, and I summon a Briarthorn monster and familiar, which is like just a raven, and then a hellhound, and then I have a couple of like special summons that I can pop. You know, all other times. Necromancer is definitely more of a I want a friggin' army. Like you get like
Goons.
do what?
Yeah, it's
Do I get
goons.
goons? Hella
Yeah.
goons?
Like
Yeah.
you get goons.
Right.
That's what
Yeah,
it
you-
sounded like.
You get let me pull this up because I actually have it right here. So you have the Necromancer has like gray skeletons, which I think you can get up to like 6 or 7 skeletons, and then there's a couple of things there's items and bonuses to skills and things that will increase the number. You can summon a Blight Fiend, which is this like walking mass of disgusting tree that just
Ew.
goes around and smacks things around.
Like in Lord of the Rings.
Not that big. It's
Okay.
more like the Blob, what are they called from Left 4 Dead? The fat guy.
Oh, okay. The one that vomits on you and then more come at you.
Yeah,
Boomer?
the boomer. Yeah, more like a boomer. More like a short fat tree.
Got it.
Let's see. I thought that he had more. Could have sworn he had another summon. But they usually pair that with, another summoning class like the shaman or like the occultist, so that you can summon even more stuff.
Okay. Is this and you said you were playing with Adam? Is this co-op?
Yeah, it's a 4-player co-op.
Was this on Game Pass or you bought
yeah,
it on Steam?
I bought it on Steam. It was
Okay.
so
I'm like, yo, Brian, that sounds like we gotta download something.
I got goons, dude.
Yeah.
I can check if it's on Game Pass.
so on Steam, if the base game. So the only thing I don't like about the game is the base game. If you want to play with your friends, and say your friend buys an expansion, you can no longer play with that friend, which is kind of
What?
shitty.
Wait, even base content?
Right. At least that's what I was told. I haven't proven this.
Oh.
Just a buddy of mine who has played this for a long time said that you can't play with friends unless they have the same expansions.
Maybe the expansions unlocks thing like moves and stuff that's not in the base game, so it's probably not installed.
I'm not sure.
It could be an asset thing. That's weird. They shouldn't have done that.
So it looks like the price went back up, but the base game at one point was like $6. I don't know if it still is, and I just can't see it because I own the game.
Oh,
but
maybe
it was like
because you got it during the sale. Then maybe.
yeah. So I bought the whole set for like $28.
Well,
It doesn't look like there's any sales on right now, but I'm sure there'll be another one on it for
Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah.
So I mean if you could wait till then, I would just do it then, because otherwise it's like probably $60 or $70 for everything.
Yeah, we still got stuff to play anyway, so I can definitely.
Yeah.
Wait.
But it's definitely. I mean, it's a lot of fun. The scaling in it is interesting because it feels like you're very, very gear and skill reliant, and if you don't really understand how the skills work, or if you don't know, like, oh, I don't need to just dump all of my points into my main skill because I can, spend some extra over here and get a buff, and then go into this other class and get another buff and literally triple my damage versus, dumping everything into the main skill. It can be kind of difficult. Some classes are very much single target focused, and it makes it very difficult when you're fighting, 32 things at once if you're only just sitting there, slicing this one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Like the Nightblade class, my first one before I found out about the spin to win build. There's a class called Nightblade, and they're like an assassin, and it's dual wielding, and they're really cool. Like you get they have a whole section of the tree simply for dual wielding and different skills with your auto attack, where it's percent based to do these different attacks, and they do more damage or hit more enemies or whatever. And then you have a skill called, where is it? Shadow Strike? Where is it? It's in here somewhere. Shadow Strike. Yeah. So Shadow Strike, you literally teleport through the shadows and appear at something. They also have smart, what is it where you walk?
Pathing.
Pathing. They're smart pathing.
Smart pathing.
So if you're like down on the hill and there you can't just like walk directly up to it, you have to like go around, but it's within the distance that you can travel, and you were to shadow strike them, your guy literally goes like this and then stabs the thing.
Oh, okay.
So that was really cool. And I mean, there's just like a ton of different things that you can do with the game. They also have this big constellation tree thing called the devotion tree. I'm still trying to understand it. I sort of understand it now, but I don't know that I can really explain it without,
physically showing it.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's difficult to really understand. But it adds another layer to the skills and things and your stats.
So
You
can
said
add
Constellation, and I was hoping it was just literally Skyrim.
All right. That sounds cool. So
Did
is there a go ahead.
Do you know if it's controller, like being able to play on a controller, or is it just PC?
You can play it on a controller.
What?
feels
You
good?
just sold this game, Kelsey. Do you understand me? Do you understand me, Kelsey?
Yeah, they have pretty decent controller support.
Oh shit!
Oh my, that's all I played Diablo 3 with. All right?
Yeah.
Controller.
So you
On
can
console,
have
sorry.
you can have quite a few skills. So I didn't like thoroughly test it, but I played around with it for a little bit. It had, from what I saw, it had pretty decent controller support for doing like a lot of the basic things. Like running around, attacking, talking to people, buying skills, pulling up menus, that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, I'm sure it's pretty decent, but I obviously play it on the keyboard because I have my character. I would play it on the controller if I only had like the one skill, which is what I usually like to do. I don't like to have to sit there and manage buttons and shit.
Yeah.
I just want to fucking attack something and have it die. I don't want to have to worry about, oh, I'm dying, let me find a button to heal myself with. No, I want to just face roll everything and then
Can we get a preach in the chat? We'll go. I just need to hit one button to just decimate my opponent, and that's
barbarian
it,
all the way, man. Just smash your face into the thing.
Yeah.
As your nose starts to bleed, you heal.
Not barbarian though. Not barbarian.
He picks because no matter what he picks, my class makes it so that he's not allowed to play.
It dies before I get there. So even better. I'm just running around gaining XP.
Do they have a supervisor class?
Yeah, that's whatever I pick. That's cool. You kind of sell them. Is there like a story that's worth like going through or no?
I mean, the whole it doesn't have nearly as much end game as PoE does. The story itself seems okay. There's a lot of times that I don't really pay that much attention to it. But I usually stop and like read and try and figure out what's going on.
You can't read.
Speaking, I actually have something funny for that. I sent this to my brother the other day because you know the whole bone apple tea
thing?
I don't. I'm out of touch.
So
I'm sorry.
People who don't know the word will say stuff that sounds like it. So instead of like bon appetit, the guy said bone apple tea.
Okay.
And the dude was like, "What the fuck are you trying to say?" He's like, "Enjoy your dinner." And so the guy was like, "You mean bon appetit?" He's like, "Yeah." And then somebody else said, shit, let me find it.
Bone apple titty says Espisket 1 in the chat.
No.
Where is it? I just sent it to my brother. Oh my god. What the hell is this? Oh, okay. Chat between two people. Babe, I'm having trouble reading shit. Low key, I think I'm this leg sick.
Oh
the fuck is this leg sick?
Oh my god, dude.
When words dance around and shit. So I sent it to Adam and I was like, I figured it out, Adam. I know why it is I can't read. It's because I'm this leg sick.
Did he just send you a video of him offing himself or?
Hey just like it was so wrong. He couldn't context clue what the fuck she was trying to say. He says, "What the fuck is leg sick?"
But I mean, if you say it out loud, I think I would. You can get it. Because when you said it out,
It probably, I mean, it helps that I'm like telling you it's supposed to be something else.
yeah.
But it was really funny. I think there's an entire subreddit dedicated to shit like that, where people are like,
mispronouncing
don't know
or
what the word is
misspelling.
and saying something else. Yeah.
I need you to send me a link to that subreddit. Thanks.
If
All
you
right.
read what I wrote in your chat, the more you read it, the more you realize what it's supposed to sound like. We can move on. I don't care enough for you.
Okay, I'm like, did you really want me to sit here and just repeat the same sentence?
No, just a fun fact.
Howie's saying that the subreddit is called Bone Apple Tea.
Is it really? I thought that's what it was, but
No, he's probably pulling your leg, to be honest. That's my boy, after all.
oops. No, I think it actually is Bone Apple Tea, because that was like one of the first ones. There is a subreddit called Bone Apple Tea.
Okay, well, never mind. He was speaking the truth. Mike, who I can't even pronounce. All right. Well, now that we're just reading this thing out loud, we're gonna move on here. I think
I got one more.
go for it.
It's really cool. I think I have enough words in my head personally. Well, WHO, fucking raw for you. Raw spelled RAW.
Oh my! Some of these have to be on purpose.
Dude, honestly, reading the conversations, I don't think they are.
Now that I have this subreddit, I'm going to use it on purpose. I'm going to reply to you guys in this manner. So brace yourselves.
Mike Gucci. Oh, I already got it by the third word.
I can't. What is it? I don't want to read it out loud, and it's like, and I'm banned immediately.
Well, it's my coochie is hairy.
Got it. Not
That's
bad.
pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You know what's also pretty good? Knives Out.
No fuck.
Actually, no. Wait, we didn't even finish with Grim Dawn. What we talked about was the story. Do you recommend it? Like, did you play it by yourself and with during co-op?
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing solo. My main character is
Tim.
Like
49?
20 levels ahead of Adam.
Yeah, the main character is, because so we started, like, I was playing by myself because I wanted to try it out.
Got it.
And then playing by myself, and then found out about the Cyclones build, so I started a new character, started playing him. And then when Adam and Michael wanted to play, I started another character to play with them. The game is way more fun if you have people to play with. Like,
that's what I was leading to.
I'm not saying it's boring, but you're basically just on autopilot if you're just playing by yourself. Like, I mean, I usually have like another video going or something, and I'm just kind of wandering around killing stuff. Mostly because I never have to let go of right click, but that's not the point.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what we gotta do.
That's kind of what I look forward to in those Diablo
Yeah,
games.
same here. Like that, you say that's like a detriment, but I'm like, yo, I can just zone out, listen to music, and
I basically look for things that just look cool, that I can autopilot and like listen, or either watch a stream if I'm trying to watch something, or just listen to music while. It's basically, I want to keep my body busy while my mind is doing something.
I mean, this is definitely one of those games. There's definitely a lot of flashy shit going on the screen. Like, once you get a couple of skills, get some points into your devotion tree, you could literally just have like lightning fucking everywhere. I just literally piss bleed lightning. It's everywhere. I summoned 2 little dudes to help me out, and then I summoned vortexes on the ground that do a bunch of damage. I have lightning novas, lightning everywhere.
would you say you're riding?
Well,
Riders on the Storm? I am.
I
Riding.
like that. No,
That's
no,
a good.
no,
I mean,
wait,
he bodied me just now, so I'm gonna move on
Yeah.
because he saw through my
No.
BS and just hit me with his own reference.
So
So
he should, since he said his build's mostly bleeding build, he should have named his character Leona Lewis, because he's bleeding love. So yeah, Knives Out. What do you
yeah,
think?
so Knives Out. Actually, no. Before Knives Out, so you do. So you. It sounds like you do recommend this, but more with
Yeah,
friends.
it-
Got it.
More with friends. I definitely would recommend it more with friends than I would, go solo. But apparently my bitrate is completely trashed, and I think my stream went down. That's always wonderful.
Yeah, it keeps buffering.
I have no idea why. There's nothing downloading or anything happening.
What would be
Couldn't DDoSing
uploading?
you.
Gotta make sure nothing's uploading.
There- I'm not doing anything else. I'm literally sitting here, on Discord with you guys streaming.
Oh, then I don't know. Then I can't help you anymore. I can no longer protect you.
But yeah, I mean, it's definitely a lot of fun. It's definitely way more fun with friends, because especially if you have different builds going. Like Michael was doing a necro build, and he had skeletons and things everywhere. What's up?
How many people co-op?
He said
4.
4.
Okay.
4 is the max.
Do they sell a 4-pack on Steam?
No.
I don't
Oh.
think
So
so.
they sell the base game. Right now it's $25. On other sites I won't name, you can get it for $7. The base game.
Ooh.
Yeah, I would check out Humble Bundle. I think Humble Bundle has the whole thing for 28 still.
So yeah, that. The definitive edition on Steam's $55 right now with a 15% discount.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see they don't have what Skullgirls has, where you can buy multiple at the same time and support your friends in a good game that deserves your money.
Okay. So I know that's gonna be on your decade one. That's easy.
I hate that game.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you get it from Humble Bundle,
Whoa.
if you buy it from
Whoa.
Humble
My
Bundle
bad.
in the next 15 hours, it's only $5.
The whole thing.
No, just the base game.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I'm
If you wanted if you can get the base game for $5, which is cheaper than you could get it on Steam, like you could at least try it out and see what it's like, see if you like it, before spending another $25 on it.
Mm-hmm.
If all the other stuff goes on sale.
We'll see, because Darkside Genesis comes out this Friday.
But that's single player, right?
Darksiders Genesis?
Yeah.
That's co-op.
I didn't know that.
You play as War and Death.
I thought you play as Stride in this one.
Stride is the third game, isn't it?
No, Wrath is the third.
Hold on, let me
Fury's
go.
the third game. Fury's the third game. War's the first game. Second game is Death. So the gunner guy is Stride. I
Oh,
thought that's
okay. Yeah, it's Stride and War.
I don't want to play as War. If you're getting this, I don't want to play as War.
It sounds like you're gonna play as War. This is what's gonna
my
happen.
God, but the other guy has guns.
Yeah, I know. He's got guns. We'll see. I mean, if we can pick, then let me just pick. Anyway, so back to Grim Dawn. So we'll see, because like that comes out this week and it plays the same. It's like like an isometric. I don't know if it's gonna have loot and stuff like Grim Dawn does, but
Yeah, the looting so they have like common items which are white, rares that are yellow. I'm sorry.
wait, what?
Like so they change up their color scheme for the stuff that drops. So you have like common, magic, rare, epic, and legendary. And
Yeah.
then set pieces can be any of the upper ones. It doesn't necessarily have to be legendary. It could be like a rare or an epic.
Okay.
And they change up the colors, so it's a little confusing at first, but you get pretty used to it. I feel like the drop rate is pretty low for some of the
Legendaries?
better equipment. Yeah, I mean, I've never found a legendary yet. Most I've found is a blues or epic, and I found a bunch of those, but I've never found anything above that.
It's because it has to balance out your Borderlands 3 experience, where if you sneeze, you got 3 legendaries.
Right.
Where I got a sniper.
And then there's 4 difficulties. There's normal and veteran, which you can start off playing either one. Once you beat the game, you can play it on elite, and then once you beat the game again on elite, you can play it on ultimate. And from what I heard, playing it on veteran itself is pretty difficult. Try to just continuously progress if you don't find any gear. Sometimes you have to go back and fight stuff, and things will progress a lot faster than you if you're in a party, because they scale up the health and damage and things because you have people in your party.
Yeah.
But from what I was told, once you beat it on veteran, even if you have the best gear that you can find on veteran, that doesn't necessarily mean that you can go into elite and actually survive. So it's like pulling the original Diablo 3 scaling system.
Great. So how would you attempt the next level? Then you just grind out till you have like the absolute best you can possibly get, or make a build
Basically,
that's just ridiculous.
It's probably then I think it's more about like your skills and things, like,
And like
making
maybe
sure that you're
and maybe like teams like synergy. I'm assuming.
either that or just like your character is able to survive stuff. Like, I mean, I completely reworked my character because I found another build that isn't just about like going in and face rolling, because this game, it doesn't really seem like you can do that. You have to have some survival skills. And so I have like a couple that either mitigate damage for a couple of seconds or make me completely immune for 3 seconds. And then their healing system, they have 2 different types of lifesteal. One is like life on hit, one is percentage stolen or converted to health, which is obviously the better one. They have a flask system where you pick up healing flasks, and they all stack in one nice little thing, which is great. But the first character I played, I didn't see a goddamn flask anywhere. I played the whole game just like they have a what's called Constitution, where if you run, you have like this separate bar that sits over top of your health, and if you run away, if you have Constitution, after so many seconds of not being in battle, you'll heal up really fast, which is really nice. And that's how I played the first 18 levels, because I couldn't find any friggin' healing pots. And you can buy them, but like I was saving, I had to use what little cash I could to buy other things, and so I was like, well, I guess I'll just run in, hope to God I don't die instantly, and run away to heal.
That's okay.
So, but I mean, all in all, the game's really cool, and I definitely recommend it. A buddy of mine sold me on it, watching him play and talking about it, and I think it's a great game. If you're looking for something that's a little more in depth than Diablo, and something that's not, and not nearly as in depth as Path of Exile, this is definitely the game for you.
Lit. There you have it. Randall, we went to go see a little movie called Knives Out. What do you think? I don't even know if he's awake, to be honest. I'm looking at the monitor here, but it looks like his eyes are closed.
Thought it was good.
Nice. Tell us about Knives Out, Randall. What's the premise?
Somebody died.
They did that in Taken too.
I think in Rush Hour they did the same thing.
Kill Bill, Lord of the Rings,
Probably Jumanji too.
Hotline Miami. I'm pretty sure he does this just to get a rile out of Anthony, and it is absolutely hilarious.
So Knives Out is a story about an older man. I forgot what the family name is.
Thornby.
The Thornby family. It's father, right? It's not grandfather? No, it is. Okay, the father, the oldest dude.
It's the grandfather.
The grandfather ends up dead. Ruled as a suicide. He's found with a knife wound to the neck. Blood dripping. So, ruled out as a suicide. What was it, like a couple days later, a week later? The family's brought back to the house, the old man's house. This is like, what, a couple days before the will reading?
Mm-hmm.
And are asked to speak to a detective, played by Daniel Craig. I forgot his name. It was maybe B.
It was Benoit Blanc.
Benoit Blanc.
Balls?
Benoit. Yeah, it's Benoit his first name. I don't remember if it's LeBlanc or Blanc.
Anyway, he's a renowned detective. Detective, right?
Private investigator.
Private investigator, that's what it is. And says that he's been hired to check to see if there's been any foul play in the demise, it says demise, of the grandfather Thornby. And I think that's the premise for the most part. So, we are now at an hour and 40 minutes. I don't think we're going to speak of or review about anything after this. So, we are now entering spoiler territory. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to pause it and or mute it for who knows how long we're going to be talking about this. Because it's a murder mystery. And it's been 5 seconds. You are now on your own. Godspeed. So, this movie does something that I did not expect they would do. Is
Wait,
show
Kelsey,
you.
you gonna watch this movie?
Oh, I warned him. I gave him. That included him. Those 5 seconds were him too. But seriously, you actually gonna watch this?
This movie. I was like, I meant to click the link, but I was looking up something else for Grim Dawn, and then I was like, this movie sounds really familiar. I feel like I should not pay attention.
Yep. So you can't hear us through the headphones at all? Don't act. Can you hear us? Okay.
Guess I'm gonna flick your asshole if you can hear me.
Okay, he would have smiled to that. Yeah, he would have smiled. All right. So, the movie. What was that? The movie does something that I didn't expect it to do. In the first act, you see how the murder transpired, and the events leading to it. So once you watch that, you're like, so I guess it's not a murder mystery. I guess it's a. See,
will they get away?
Will they get away with it? Which then flips it over and then still becomes a whodunit. And then, more importantly, how they did it. Which is very interesting. The characters are, first of all, the actors. Well, I forgot her name. That's an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. She dressed up as Vega.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis plays one of the daughters. The kid from It, Chapter 1 and 2 is in here.
Bill.
Yeah, it's a Bill? Yeah, Bill. He's in here. Chris Evans. What's the chick that you...
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. He's from Snowpiercer.
Oh.
Randall, what are you...
Isn't it Ana de Armas or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in it. Where is she from? She's from Cyberpunk.
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner, 2049.
Mm-hmm. She's also in the new Bond movie.
She is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The one with the Grammy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know she was in that.
Anthony, look at your chat. I think.
I saw the posters. I didn't notice her in it. I saw Rami. I saw Daniel Craig and stuff. I'm like, yo, Rami looks cool in that picture though. He looks like he looks
really skinny.
He has always been really skinny.
No, but he looks like really skinny.
Oh, okay. Johan in the chat says, take your time and enjoy part 4 when you are ready. I'm currently finishing up Jessica Jones. I guess side note on this. I'm finishing
Season
up
3?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm finishing that up because I still like that show. So once I finish that, then I'll go back to JoJo. I do kind of miss the stands and stuff, so I might be back.
Just quick on what you're saying, then back to Knives Out. I think I haven't watched season 3 on that or season 2 of their Punisher because he shoots people.
I guess.
I think it's just because there's so much Marvel stuff that I just kind of want to take a break.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I might come back some other time.
I just like seeing Jessica Jones. What's her name? Kristen Ritter plays her well. So
yeah.
So back to Knives Out, yeah. Yeah, the actors were fantastic in it. Jamie Lee Curtis, the kid, Chris Evans, Daniel Craig did a phenomenal job with his southern accent. The 2 cops, one of them was from Looper, and made me laugh just looking at him.
Huh? Told you? I think I leaned over to Randall. Like,
what guy's from Looper?
He's the Gat Man.
Yeah, the guy who had the huge gun. He's one of the detectives.
That's him?
Hey, don't shoot your other foot off.
Yeah.
You sure?
I don't forget that. We recently saw it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be him. I haven't confirmed, but it's him.
That's also who I thought it was.
And Randall said no.
It didn't look like him to me.
That's because we were probably used to him with the longer hair, and he was more gritty in Looper.
And he looked chubby in this one.
Yeah. But the dude who's from Atlanta TV show and Get Out was in this as well. He did a fantastic job. Everyone played their parts fantastically. The thing that I think this movie does best is that they give the audience a reason to suspect everyone. Not everyone, but a lot of the people that are that like the major players in this whodunit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like a very easy that we know who did this, so now we're just gonna wait and see how they did it. It was okay, it could have been this person, could have been this person, could have been this person. But then once you're trying to guess who did it, they're like, no, this is what happened. And you're like, oh wait, so we now know who it is. So what's the rest of this movie gonna be about? And it's the tension of getting away with the act of the murder, I guess. But yeah, I guess that's. And then flipping it over is fantastic. It was shot fantastically. Everyone, it looked great.
It sounded great.
The editing was pretty good too. There's some funny cuts.
Clever cuts too, between like flashback to current day.
To present day, yeah, which was done really well. What's her name? The girl from Cyberpunk. Blade Runner did a fantastic job. A lot of the movies on her. She plays the nanny of the old man who ended up dying. And a lot of the movie was mostly like her emoting to stuff happening, and then it's like, okay, she does a really good job. And that's about it. And then the twist was like, okay. And seeing how things were transpired was fantastic. Seeing the person trying to get away with everything was great. I don't know. It was like a new take on the whodunit, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was fun. It was just fun. The lines were fantastic. There was like a minute dialogue about donuts and holes that's just hilarious for what it was. Yeah, it was just great. This was like watching Daniel Craig do Logan Lucky. Like, it was him having fun with it. It's just a good time. I highly recommend this movie. I don't know if you guys want to add or argue any of it, but
I really enjoyed it. I had fun watching that movie.
yeah,
I think with movies of that genre, the parts that you have to nail, or else there's no payoff, is you have to make you guess. You have to at some point suspect everybody. You have to write it so it's like that. And you have to make the final explanation of what occurred plausible, or like make it make sense.
yeah, you can't have plot holes there because that defeats the purpose.
And I think this movie did both of them. Everybody, they felt like it wasn't like caricatures of the characters. That they felt like real people.
Oh, so I didn't mean to cut you off. We were naming actors. The person who played Walt, who was in Shape of Water, who played Superman's nemesis, Zod. Like, he was in this too. I forgot his name, but he's fantastic in this as well.
Isn't he in Boardwalk Empire too?
Yes, he is. He's
I
a
didn't even
great
watch that
actor. I
show.
forgot his name. I'm sorry, but
Yeah,
great.
I think it's like Tim.
No, it's not. But go ahead.
Yeah, they just all seem like they're all entertaining in their own way without being a caricature of a person. Like they all seem like real people. Like Jamie Lee Curtis's husband. It's his character is someone that we've all met at some point in our lives. It feels like.
There's
Like
a lot.
that,
A lot can be said for like just about everyone on there. Like, even the mom of Meg or whatever her name was, that's using like lotion care products or something. It's like, oh my god, who is that in the background? And I'm like,
she's
oh
very
yeah,
Valley Girlish. Like,
yeah. And I'm like, okay, can we move on? Please let it be you so we can arrest you.
Yeah, but yeah, good acting, good editing, sound. What I like the music cues and just the sound of the movie. I enjoyed
Daniel
it.
Craig's great in the piano too.
He's trying to play Runaway.
Yeah, dude. Randall's looking up his opinion on his phone.
I was looking at the names of the actors and actresses. The dude that you was trying to remember, his name is Michael Shannon.
Yes, Michael Shannon. So what about you, Randall?
I thought it was a great. I mean, I knew it was going to be a good movie.
How did you know it was gonna be a good movie?
Look at all the talent that's in it.
Yeah, but the director's the one that you hate. So tell me about that.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I honestly have no words. I don't know. He did a good job on Looper. He did a good job with this. I don't know what happened with Star Wars.
Director's Ryan Johnson, by the way, for the people who don't know. Directed Star Wars: Last Jedi. Very. I don't even know if was the movie even like divisive. A lot of people just didn't like it, right? Or was there people who actually enjoyed The Last Jedi?
I don't remember it.
From what I heard, I mean,
Was it divisive? Like you either loved it or hated it?
honestly, I don't know. I just know a lot of people didn't like it.
Gotcha. Yeah, he did Looper. That's why I was excited for him to do Last Jedi, because I saw Looper prior for Last Jedi coming out, and I loved Looper. So, yeah, Last Jedi came out, and I was like, meh. I didn't hate it, but I was like, they did the one thing I didn't like, which is like not. They just keep adding more. We're talking about Star Wars now. They just kept. The Force is just this magical thing that they can just write anything, and it'll be like, oh, he has the Force. He can do that with the Force because he's a really strong Force user. I'm like, okay, I guess so. They're just gonna. This is gonna be the Dragon Ball Z of whatever. Oh, he just got stronger. He can do that now. Goku can transmit himself across the universe.
My only guess. Do we know if he's ever done a sequel or like something that's in a pre-existing series?
I've only seen Looper, and those are 3 movies I remember watching from him directing. Is Looper, Last Jedi, and this. And Looper and this are fantastic. So
Yeah, I didn't add those to the list because you guys have talked about the movie and Detective Pikachu, but maybe he's just not good at fitting the series. Maybe he needs to like do his own thing, and he's a good director. I don't know.
yeah, I can see that.
We had Knives Out. I recommend it. It was a fun time.
It's just highly recommended. You're good, dude. You can put your head back.
He did Breaking Bad.
Who did Breaking Bad?
He did 3 episodes of Breaking Bad.
Oh, which one specifically?
It just says, wait, let me see.
Because there's some choice episodes in that series where like, they're really good.
Are you guys done talking about Knives Out?
It doesn't say which
we ended up.
episodes he did.
We highly recommend it, Kelsey. You need to go watch it. It's a pretty good. It's a good like whodunit, but it kind of flips it on its head in a way that you're like, oh, so I highly recommend it. I think you'd enjoy it.
You need to watch it, but you need to remember what you need to watch first. Is what I'd say to you.
I think
Wire?
Yeah, dude. Actually, The Wire's really good. So if you haven't seen The
Never seen
Wire,
I've seen The Wire.
okay, I was about to say that's also really good.
I've never seen it.
Well, Brian, if you're looking for a series, that's an old series, but it's really good.
I gotta finish watching the Living with Yourself, the Paul Rudd show.
Oh,
I gotta
okay, yeah.
rewatch Cowboy Bebop because I just have to.
Yeah,
I love that show.
Yeah, that
I
show's
watch it
fantastic.
all the time.
So I don't blame you. It's great.
I need to watch the Marvel shows. What else do I need to watch? There's probably something there.
Probably. So yeah, I think we gave it all like a must watch. Like, I highly recommend you watch it. Knives Out's fantastic. It's one of those like movies that snuck in right at the end of this, so it's probably gonna make my top 10 for this year.
What is my top 10 for movies? I don't even remember.
For this year, Spider-Man's on there.
For this year?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Why are we talking about the list again? That's 2 weeks from now.
Fist to the North Star.
What happened? Randall? What'd you say?
Nothing.
He said Fist of the North Star. That means he's gonna poke you and then tell you you're already dead.
Is that what happens in the show?
You
It's
never
just
watched
one
Fist of the North Star?
I've never seen that, no.
Yeah.
He pokes you and then tells you you're dead?
He hits pressure points.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
And it makes your body explode.
Okay.
Yeah, you know the
Explode?
Meme
Yes.
the meme where it's like the really high pitched laser and he goes Nani.
Yeah.
That's from the show.
Got it. Okay. I'm caught up now.
There you go.
All right, that's about it then, people, for this episode. I mean, we're going to close out here.
Close out.
The only thing I have on the releases this week is Darksiders Genesis, which is like it looks like it's like an isometric Diablo type of game. Co-op, you get to play as Stride or Strife? Strife and War from the Four Horsemen. Whatever, Brian, I'll play as War. I liked him. All right, the first Darksiders game's awesome. Both of them are. I didn't play the third
one's
one.
at-
I haven't played the third one yet. So first two, I can vouch for. I enjoyed my time with it, but I haven't played the third one. And then that's it that I know for the movies, because Frozen came out last week. And whatever,
Well,
dude.
I mean, it's not a full game, but December 5th, Dragon Ball Super Broly as a character in Dragon Ball, he's out, dude.
Oh, they actually gave you a release date?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
then
it's-
they're gonna cancel my copy of the game somehow.
Well, I guess if we're talking about content releasing, Modern Warfare just dropped their season pass, like with 3 maps, a bunch of other content. Apex dropped an update. Something else dropped. Modern Warfare dropped something today.
Halo.
And Halo Reach came out today, yeah. So we'll probably be playing that. I'll definitely gonna install it and try it out sometime this week. I might stream it this week and play some multiplayer. Because I mean, I haven't played Halo multiplayer since the LAN party we had here with Halo 2.
Right?
So
When
that
was
must
the
have
LAN
been.
party?
huh?
This March, right?
I think so.
I'm trying to remember if I did ranked SWAT before or after that on Halo 5. I don't remember. I placed Platinum, I think, but that's neither here nor there.
Okay. But yeah, so that will be good to get in there and have some nostalgia, have some feels playing the game, and then some salt, because there's gonna
There's
be
a lot
salt.
of salt.
Yeah, there's gonna be salt.
Are you gonna be doing the single player first, or are you gonna just hop into multiplayer?
Me, I'm just gonna hop into multiplayer. I remember the story. Like I'm not eager to jump into like if you guys want to do a campaign, cool. But
I'm down for a campaign. I just don't want my characters to be written off, and then not let me play as them.
And Gears 5.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. So I mean that's what I'm doing this week. I guess I'll download Halo Reach, play some Modern Warfare as well. I'll probably stream some of that. I won't stream tomorrow. It'll probably be Thursday. I'll stream something, and maybe like Saturday.
This man would pick the day that Broly comes out to play this.
No, Modern
You
Warfare.
can
I can
pick
play.
any
I can
other
play
day.
Modern Warfare then.
You picked any other day, but you
Tomorrow I
picked
have a
Broly
work
Day.
thing after work. Like I'm hanging out with coworkers. That's the word. After work tomorrow, so I can't stream tomorrow. And then Thursday is when I have the time to do it.
What are you doing Friday?
Himself.
No idea. Probably myself. Yeah, to be honest.
Facts.
Yeah, dude. All right, Randall, what you doing?
Nothing.
Wrong answer. You see what I'm saying, guys? Like that's what just grinds my gears. You started this episode with I haven't set up my Chromecast and Stadia. So what are you doing, Randall?
Well, I'm probably gonna do that after we get off. So that's just not what I'm doing this week.
All right, I'm gonna gloss over that. We're moving on. We're moving on.
So my favorite part about any time that Randall's answers, that just like you just sit there and you do this. I don't know if you notice or can see it, but he just does this the whole time. You know, he just has this little smirk on his face where he's like, nothing.
Yep.
He's
Yep.
just back there. He has the mic in front of his face and he thinks it hides it, but it doesn't.
He can see it. He sees through your lies. All right, so you're doing nothing then. Got it. For fuck's sake.
All right, I'm gonna probably play some more Stadia.
Speaking of, sorry to cut you off, Matt.
Oh my god!
If you have Stadia Pro, you can claim the 2 new games, Tomb Raider and Farming Simulator.
Farming Simulator.
So Randall, let me know how Farming Simulator is.
No. So I'm probably going to play some Stadia, and I'm probably going to work on some art. Catch up on Mandalorian. Catch up on Rick and Morty.
Oh yeah, that's
I gotta watch the latest episode.
I've only seen the pilot.
okay, Brian.
The first episode of the season.
Yeah, a pilot means season 1, episode 1.
Oh.
Go ahead, Randall. Mandalorian, Rick and Morty. What else you watching?
Maybe some JoJo.
Oh, that's right, you're catching up too. I forgot. That's season 3, man. If you end up liking, after a while, it gets formulaic, and I don't know. Like, hopefully you enjoyed it more than I did, because like the later part, once they get to, I think it's once they get to Egypt or whatever, I'm like, come on, find him already, you know? I do need to watch part 4 though. You guys said that's not the Italy one. That's 5, right? That's in Italy.
4 is the whodunit. Half of it is the whodunit.
Okay, so Brian, I don't like when you do that. All right, that's about it, Randall. Moving on.
Sure.
All right, man. Like you, Brian.
Every time I talk, do you like start talking?
Because Randall, don't do this.
Okay,
Don't do this.
What is his
all right?
name, Anthony? What is his name?
Randall.
Okay, so say his fucking name when you're talking to him.
I said Randall. I don't know what you're talking about.
Fucking dog.
This is Randall. I'm just gonna. I don't hear that. I need to hear. So, I'm gonna be on Stadia, right? Dag. I need energy. You know, we have
So
energy.
you want me to be someone other than myself?
Randall, you remember we were talking about cocking a shotgun? That was pretty energetic.
But the cock isn't even that long.
Yeah, you remember that?
It's all that come in his eyes.
Oh shit.
The heck, you don't come toe to toe with me on this, all right? I'm the fax machine, dude. Ryan, what are you doing the rest of this week?
All right, so here's what I'm doing. All right, boom, right? Nothing else exists on December 5th.
You hear me with that boom one more time?
All right. So boom, right?
Oh,
December 5th,
shoot.
no other game exists.
Yeah.
Nothing exists.
Oh,
But Broly and Dragon Ball Fighters.
nice. You gonna go online
then
right
the
away, or
fight-
you gonna go to training?
So here's what I'm gonna do. Boom, right? I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna do his trials, not because they're good combos, so I can get money. I'm gonna go buy his colors. I'm gonna see which one matches with 16 the most. Boom, pick my colors for my team. I'm gonna go into training mode. I'm gonna give myself 20 to 30 minutes. After that, straight online. And then I'm gonna
Nice.
fight one GT Goku, and then the salt just pours right out of my
getting
body.
ready to say it. He's gonna go straight online, and the first 2 matchups are gonna be against GT Goku. And he's like, you know what? I don't need this in my life. Fuck it, I'm out.
The worst part is that I'm learning a new character, and I've only played Dragon Ball Fighters once with my hitbox.
You're gonna
I
get
was like,
slaughtered.
I was like, I just don't want to play when I see that little shit just carrying people by just pressing fucking square. But that's
love
what
it.
I'm gonna do. Thursday, Friday. I don't know. I don't know if this cockhead's gonna stream on Friday or not. If he is, I'll
You're right.
join
You gonna let him
and
talk to
whatever.
you that way?
You ain't talking
If
about
he,
me.
if he is, I'm gonna join him in whatever shooting game. If he's not streaming on Friday, I don't know what I'll play. No. If you're
Wait,
not,
who's
if you're
streaming
not,
on Friday?
I think I don't know if Anthony's gonna stream.
I
or
might.
not.
I don't know what I'm doing Friday yet.
I got excited. I thought Randall was gonna stream Friday.
Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if
So, yeah,
Randall
if-
streamed now?
So boom. So either Anthony's streaming and I join him, or I'm just gonna play Fire Emblem because I want to beat that by the end of the year.
Damn, Brian, every time you say I need to be Fire Emblem, I'm like, I forgot you still haven't gotten through it.
It's because I was like, I'm gonna finish this, and then Indivisible installed itself and then ran itself every time I tried to play it. It was weird.
Kelsey, did you end up beating it? I know you guys were both playing it. No?
Nope.
Did you lose interest, or you just play something else? Or both?
I don't remember. I think a little bit of both. Like
Got
I hit a part where let's see. So I hit the part where you have to make a decision to, either side with one person or another. And after that I was like, I don't know. I really just don't care for how the game plays. Like, I don't like this whole schooling thing.
Got it.
I would rather have like more battles where you're actually like, where it feels like you're accomplishing something rather than, oh, I talked to every person on the goddamn campus 6 times to make sure that I didn't fucking miss anything.
The only thing I hate, I wouldn't say hate. The only thing that bothers me about that is that there's a reason as to why that shouldn't be a thing halfway through the game, but then they just somehow just BS it so it just plays the almost exact same way as the first half. But minus that, I enjoy it just because I like playing those games for the grind. So that if you look at my character, you get crit 4 times.
All right.
I like doing that.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm gonna send an army against this guy. Well, then I guess the odds are still uneven.
Is it like one of those things where they just they dodge everything and then crit you for every hit?
No. We're the ones that are doing all the damage.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought you.
I know in
have a
Fire Emblem
unit.
they can attack you, but then you can dodge it and retaliate, right?
Yeah.
I have a unit All he does, he has these in his hands.
Oh
He-
my
he's
god,
he's
dude!
one-shotted a dragon
With a
with
punch?
these.
Yeah.
Was it the Hulk?
And
My
even if he
dude
doesn't kill you
uses.
with the first hit, he can hit 4 times, like in the one turn, and his crit chance is stupid high. So if you survive that by any chance, the next hit you're gone. And if you somehow touch him, he has a move where he self heals.
Yep.
That's a broken character, right? Like I'm not the only one thinking this, right?
It's pretty broken. I mean, my dude uses swords, and most of his attacks, like depending on what sword he's using, he usually gets off 2 shots, and then I think I have one sword where he can hit up to 4 times.
What the heck? Wait, and you can pick difficulty in this or no?
Uh,
Or is it just
I
grad?
I always pick a normal, so I don't know.
I don't
Oh,
I
okay.
remember.
pick normal, but I leave permadeath on.
And then forgets that there's a rewind.
I'm not used to being babied by fire.
All right. So then I wonder if those characters are not broken, or built that way so they can withstand like the hardest difficulty.
Well, the problem with this type of game is it structured more around a specific type of character from the beginning. So like you have a guy that's most melee builds do pretty well regardless.
Uh-huh.
Like there are some characters and things that can really do damage, but all around they're going to be the ones that are fucking everybody up. They're the frontliners. They're the ones that counter and things. They're the ones that take a bunch of hits and deal out a bunch of damage. And then you get like archers, who the only time you can use them is if you're far enough away, and you are in a spot where the guy doesn't just literally come up and one-shot you because you're an archer. You can't retaliate unless you have a certain perk, and they usually do 2 or 3 hits against you. 9 times out of the 10, it's those characters don't have any health because of the class, and so the only thing you ever use is that one guy or this 2 guys. So you send them out. Everybody attacks that one person,
Uh-huh.
and then he gets all this XP and builds up a bunch of perks and whatever. And so then like you have your little classmates, but it's like, why even fucking use them? I have him and I have this one other person who just go out there and just destroy everybody.
And just
Basically,
decimate.
I have a phalanx of people who, if you look at you, you're deleted. Like your whole like sprite gone. And then I have the mages that do damage, who, if you build them a certain way, I can hit you with a meteor from across the map. And
What
I
the
can
heck?
one-shot
Because the
you.
range is like
Yeah, the
dumb.
range is like stupid. So that's my other line. Then I have a dancer who, if she dances after you use your turn, you go again. And I put her right between the healer and the guy that crits you 3 times. So if for whatever reason you're not dead, I just make them do it again.
So you can hit like 6 to 8 times.
Well,
Yeah.
you only do that against one. You can only hit that many times against one person.
Got it.
Like it's
right.
not like oh, I can go attack him once, go attack him once, go attack him
Yeah.
once. No. It's the way that you have a number of times that the character will hit back and forth. And so say like, say you have 2 attacks and the person is attacking you. They attack and then you attack. They don't get to attack again because they're not attacking again. So then you just hit again. So in his
Oh.
case, if he's got 4 punches and somebody attacks him, if he dodges the first one, or it doesn't matter. If it once the person goes, if they only have 1 attack, your dude just sits there and punches until he either runs out of time,
Oh
either
my.
the guy runs out of health, or you run out of attack times, which is up to 4. So you only get one move, 1 attack per round.
Got it.
But if you send your dude out into the middle of the friggin' battlefield and there's 8 people that are around you that can move into attack range and only to that person, they're going to move to that person and try and attack them. And so if you have a guy that's like that's just OP as fuck, where he's like, oh, I can literally dodge everything, and then I'm going to punch you in the nuts until you're dead, that's what's going to happen. And so then you have 8 people that attack him. He not only gets XP for being in the battle, but he also gets bonus XP because 9 times out of 10 he's going to kill them. And against 8 people, he's now 4 levels ahead of everybody else just from that one battle. And then and everybody else is like, I'm still on my first class. I haven't mastered anything because I don't get to attack. I usually just walk in and die, so I'm pretty worthless.
So my character, just to put even more perspective, and then I'm done. his class has high physical defense, like no magical defense. For most of the game I've played so far, mages will do 0 damage. If they have a low hit chance, and if they hit you, it does 0 damage.
Then what's the point of having no magical defense?
Because whatever he's on, he didn't share.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, good luck with that, I guess. It seems like you can just bleed through the game. Like, not bleed. You can just speed run through the game then.
For the most part, but Broly's out Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're seriously, like, if I went back and played it again, I would literally only ever use 2 characters. Or 3 characters. I'd have a healer, and then I'd have my main dude, and then probably the leader of the class, which is basically all I do now. Like Edelgard and she just has an axe, walks out, just fucking decimates the person, and then moves on to the next guy. And my dude goes out, decimates the person, and if they do survive, attacks them again, and then they just keep
They're
going
dead.
forward.
Okay.
You know?
Well, you guys should just redo it with a higher difficulty because that's like dumb broken.
Tell me what to do.
I mean, you're right. All right. So Brian asked you, Kelsey, what you doing this week? Car
I
stream.
don't know.
He's probably playing Broly.
Probably playing Halo. I'm trying to get
Oh.
Adam to play. I still got to sit down and finish up my list for everything. I have to go back through for all the music and movies and whatever for the decade.
Yeah, I finished my games and movies for the decade. I'm still going through the music now because I'm like, this is gonna be. I'm gonna have to do like the same thing you asked me. I have to put like a person, maybe a track. Like I gotta mix and match. I thought I'd be able to do all the albums, but too many
Yeah,
good things came out this decade. So
I mean, I don't even know what I've listened to for the decade. That's from this decade, because like I haven't really listened to like new music unless we've just been sitting in the car on a random radio station. Usually I have Spotify going, and I'm not listening to new stuff. So I don't even know.
we're all gonna have interesting lists, I think, especially for the decade one. I'm curious to see everyone's list.
Mine's pretty predictable.
I mean, Skullgirls
just-
is probably on there 4 times for your games, so.
It's all just gospel music and Sims games.
So you're a Kanye fan.
Yeah. I mean, that's not on here for sure, but
Yeah,
I
that
enjoyed it.
album's not on mine either.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's just decade.
No, yeah, like that's what changes it. 'Cause there's some albums I'm like, heck yeah, I was bumping, and then I'm like, decade. I'm like, oh no, there's a lot better albums and
It's
better
hard
projects.
to justify some of these because some of these came out this year, but that's not really enough time to live with the album. So
No,
I'm
there's
like,
I
did you earn it?
no, I have some on there that I'm like, I might have to put this on the decade.
I have. We can discuss this. Some
Yeah, like why are we talking about the list?
He's
It's in 2
coming out.
weeks. Next week, next episode of the podcast, we're gonna predict who wins the game awards for each of the
Jump
categories,
Force.
and then we'll keep track of who guessed what, and we'll do the score thing like we did last year. So, I mean, that sounds pretty fun to me. What do you guys think?
Did I win or did Kelsey win? It was one of us.
I forgot who won
I'm gonna
last
say
year.
me. I'm gonna say it was me.
I don't know if it was you. I think it was
That is
Randall, to
me.
be honest. I think Randall
As
ended
of-
up edging you guys.
I don't believe you. Show me the doc, Anthony.
I don't remember. I just have,
Show me the doc.
but I remember it was like a close tie with all of you, and I was 7 miles behind you guys in points. So
Are you talking about when we were watching the
Game Awards for the points and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Bryant won by a couple, and then I think Randall and I were tied.
And then I was
And
dead
Pretty sure-
last.
Pretty sure Janyana had more points than you.
Yeah, and she didn't even join. So like, I had negative points somehow. My answers were so offensive to everyone that they just docked me points.
He just kept trying to vote for Stadia. So
Yeah.
esports player of the year. Stadia.
Oh my god. All right, so we'll do that next week, and then the week after is obviously our top for the year and for the decade. And then let me see the schedule, and then that's it. That'll be our last podcast for the year, because then the week after is Christmas Eve, and then the week after that is New Year's Eve. So
When'd you take off?
I'm probably gonna be taking my last day is probably gonna be New Year's Eve, either New Year's Eve or that Monday.
I don't have too many hours, so I have like one day I can take off.
Yeah. So it sucks when you gotta start accumulating those PTO hours.
Yeah, I only have. I used up all of mine for our honeymoon. I was like in the hole by 8 hours. I think when I finally went on the honeymoon,
Uh huh.
and so I had to make those up, and I'm back up to 20 hours. So I was thinking about taking off, like taking a half day on Christmas Eve, and then taking Thursday and Friday off, and going
Yeah, that's
from
not
there.
so bad. Yeah, and then you just have that weekend to chill. Anyway, all right, people. I think that's it. I haven't missed anything. What everybody's doing this
Broly's coming out.
week? Broly's coming out on Thursday.
What are you doing this week, Anthony?
I already met. I did that already. I'm either Halo Reach, Modern Warfare, maybe some Destiny 2 on Stadia, or maybe Red Dead on Stadia. Like,
I
not
just wanted to ask
Broly.
you again.
Oh, okay. I don't think I have. I don't even have a copy of Dragon Ball, so I definitely
Yeah,
don't
my
have Broly.
copy.
But you're going to be using it.
Remote play together.
Oh, absolutely not.
After this, I'll load up Need for Speed for a minute and see if I can show off the insta corner drifting.
Yeah. Okay. All right, then, people. Thank you guys for watching episode 73 of the ADLR Podcast. We'll see you guys next week. Ciao.